atmosphere in Poland is shifting fast. For the first time since the end of communism, a democratically elected government has a majority and is busy implementing its own brand of patriotic Christian conservatism.
We are afraid for our country.
You don't really know where this politics is going to.
Everything happens so fast and it's suddenly a different country.
So is that true? For several decades, Poland's been the poster nation for European success. But its new government has set it on a course that now sees it accused of eroding the progress made here over the last 25 years.
It's only been in power for 2 months, but already the ruling Law and Justice Party here has made some pretty big changes. It's pushed through reforms to increase its influence over the highest court in the land. It's sacked managers and reporters at state-owned TV and radio stations. It's purging the civil service, and it's boosted surveillance rights for the police and secret services.
For the Law and Justice Party, this is about leaving behind what they depict as the liberal, corrupt elites they say ruled Poland for too long.
Media publiczne były bardzo upolitycznione przez ostatnie 8 lat, skrajnie nieobiektywne. To było odczucie dużej części społeczeństwa. My o tym mówiliśmy również w kampanii wyborczej. W tej kampanii wyborczej zapowiadaliśmy zmiany w mediach publicznych i te zmiany zrealizowaliśmy. Jeśli chodzi o Trybunał Konstytucyjny, my byliśmy zmuszeni do podjęcia działań naprawczych wobec bardzo niedobrych zdarzeń, które miały miejsce w ostatnich tygodniach poprzedniej kadencji Sejmu, gdzie poprzednia koalicja rządowa chciała wybrać na zapas sędziów Trybunału Konstytucyjnego i uczyniła to, zrobiła to.
But tens of thousands don't buy that and have taken to the streets to protest, many for the first time since the collapse of communism. At a flat in central Warsaw, members of the Committee for the Defence of Democracy, created just a week after the new government was sworn in, plot their next moves. The Standard & Poor's ratings agency downgraded Poland's credit rating on Friday, saying Law and Justice has weakened the independence of key institutions. In this room, that's significant.
I'm afraid that the old changes, good changes in our economy for the last 25 years could be reversed because our ratings go down and our economy could also reverse and, I don't know, maybe even collapse.
The debate's polarised opinion. Germany's being framed by the right-wing media as the enemy to this new Polish version of democracy. Angela Merkel recast, not for the first time, as a Nazi. In the offices of an internet magazine, I wanted to know whether the independent Polish media is worried the government might try and exert influence over them next.
I hope it is not going to happen, because that's the worst case scenario. I mean that if politicians would like to influence the content of our magazines, that's the end of the free speech, that's the end of the free press and so on. I hope that it is not going to happen, but of course...
You fear it?
I mean, we fear it as the whole civic society, that something could happen in the future, because you don't really know where this politics is going to.
Critics accuse the Law and Justice Party of rushing legislation through here, of springing bills on Parliament and holding late-night votes to limit public scrutiny. In just 2 days between Christmas and the New Year, the country's media laws were amended. And now the government has the power to dismiss and appoint the management of all the state broadcasters.
One of Poland's best-known TV presenters lost his job after his channel TVP got a new boss. When we spoke, he was cautious. In Poland, criticising the government to foreign ears has been equated with doing the country down, and true patriots never do that.
We'll be fine, really will be fine. And it is amazing to us that for so many people abroad, for so many people in Western European countries, it is interesting what's going on in Poland. But I really do believe that it's on us to do our job. And it's on us to build a successful country for every citizen of Poland.
You've been sacked. How can you do your job?
Of course we can. There are so many different options.
The Polish Prime Minister was in Strasbourg today, defending her country's actions against accusations that they contravene the liberal values of the EU. The European Commission is investigating. But plenty say that Poland's modelling itself on Viktor Orban's Hungary, which refuses to bend to EU will, to toe the line on migrants, for example. That it's flexing its muscles as part of an increasingly illiberal axis in the East.
Nie jesteśmy przeciwni rzeczywiście Unii jako tworu politycznego, który będzie rządzony, czy gdzie decyzje będą narzucane przez te największe państwa europejskie. W praktyce w ostatnim czasie był to taki duet niemiecko-francuski, który próbował kształtować politykę europejską. Chcielibyśmy rzeczywiście, żeby Polska była również traktowana poważnie w Unii Europejskiej, żeby nasze interesy były brane pod uwagę. Tak często w ostatnim czasie nie było, chociażby.
Some of those who oppose the new government blame themselves in part for what's happened.
Przez te 25 lat za mało zrobiliśmy dla powstania społeczeństwa obywatelskiego. Patrzyliśmy z naiwnością, jak rodzą się różne dziwne strachy, polskie typowe strachy. Odradza się prawica, odradza się taki zły polski katolicyzm, jeżeli można tak powiedzieć. I pobłażliwie jakoś na to nie zwracaliśmy uwagi, myśląc, że Unia Europejska i struktury Unii Europejskiej to wszystko się jakoś samo rozwinie. Mamy niezależną prasę i to wszystko jakoś się wyjaśni.
Poland's the sixth largest economy in the EU. It could have its voting rights suspended if its government's found wanting. In reality, though, it's unlikely there's a will to pick a serious fight with a country that is so important to the Union.